How's it going, guys? Welcome to TheBlueShifting, welcome to Persona 5, welcome to this new format we're going to be doing. Alright, so why are we doing this? Well, for one thing, this series has always been kind of inconsistent. A lot of it having to do with me just trying to get it all to work together and working with all my other schedulings and all that stuff. But I got a little bit extra time, so I decided I'm going to try something different. So from now on, I'm going to try and do my bonus content, which is more RPG story-based content, because like visual novels are always going to be front and center on this channel, and I just don't see them changing anytime soon. I like them the way they are. I don't want to change that formula at all. But these games are a little bit different, especially because there's so much content that's very fillery. Like this entire session is going to be us just kind of waiting for, you know, the change of heart. So it's going to be a lot of just, you know, goofy stuff with characters, trying to forge some bonds, and, you know, I mean, nothing all that serious. So I kept debating with myself about editing, because on one hand I would record and yeah, the editing content was good, but it'd be freakishly long, and I wouldn't cut out a ton, but most of it would just be kind of boring grinding stuff. I mean, you guys seem to like that. Other times, I think that the videos are so long, it's kind of daunting for anyone wanting to join, and I don't know if I want that to be the norm for the content that's not visual novel based. So I figured what we could do is a midway point where I could live stream the full playthrough and we'll archive it for people to watch. But then I could also go back and I could edit it down and make sure to be like, hey, like cut it down to all the most important bits. That way we have, instead of out of like a 2-hour play session, maybe you have a 20-minute video. It's kind of a bold thing, Smock. I was like, hey, I see you're playing a game. Why don't you teach me how to play?
Can I help you? Huh? You don't necessarily have to learn from me, you know.
Oh, but come on, you're adorable.
There are other options, such as playing online.
She's literally, wow. It's like, it's kind of funny that this works, because what a cold shoulder opening.
Okay, just a quick game then. 20 seconds per move, if that's all right with you.
Fetch! Good grief! I mean, that's fine at first, but I 20 seconds to try to respond? Oh, that'd be horrifying. Now, shogi, again, like, if you don't know, because I barely know, but shogi's kind of like chess on steroids, which I really need to learn how to play. It actually sounds more like a marriage between the games chess and Stratego, if you ever played that.
So this is your skill level, huh?
Pretty much garbage, yes.
The dragon which governs the blue sky has fallen into my hands. How do you intend to survive this? Check.
Ugh, fetch.
It's checkmate no matter how you look at it. Please concede.
I can still keep going.
To concede is an act of admitting that you have lost with grace. If you aspire to become a shogi player, I recommend that you take your study of the game to heart.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for playing. Well then, that will be all for today. If it's all right with you, may I request another match sometime? I feel a gambler's spirit emanating from you.
That's probably because I've been opening magic packs recently. It's addicting.
Which is strange, since your style of play is that of a complete novice.
You were different too.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
However, I will instruct you under one condition. You become my playing partner so that I can research new moves. Is that agreeable?
I don't know how this works, but I guess it makes sense that it's charm that lets us unlock this, because otherwise, like the logical line of reasoning from like approaching a random stranger and asking them to teach you shogi to an actual agreement where she agrees to teach you shogi just doesn't make much sense. Bring it on. Oh, I'm trying to work with my hand, my face. It's not working.
That's precious. Well then, it's a deal. I'll teach you how to play, and you'll assist me with my new moves.
All right. I made a deal with Fumi. All right. All right, Sai. You gotta be all super secret special to us, right? I can't be surprised by this.
I think that quite advanced strategies are necessary to succeed at that many criminal acts.
Weird. I'm actually like, so I got the surround sound headphones now. I haven't played this with these yet. And like, it sounds like there's air vents in this room blasting like behind me. It's really weird.
And yours weren't by the wit of an amateur. You had a professional who regularly deals with such tactics. You have an idea on who that is, don't you?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I am Thou hast acquired
these always
a
give me
new
chills.
vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the star persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Yes. Yes. Alright, so that was the swap current party with backup members during Joker's turn. Oh, fetch! I don't think I've ever used that before. That could be handy.
Alright.
So, I talked with Shiho about what happened with Mika back at the photo shoot. And you know what she did? Laughed. She couldn't stop talking about how she thought Mika sounded. Honestly though, it was kind of refreshing. I'm not even mad anymore. I guess you really just need somebody to laugh at if you want to feel better. Just a friend, yeah. Such a simple solution. But it really makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that. Simple the better, I say. That was not a good answer, apparently. But anyway, even though I'm trying to strengthen my heart, Shiho's really the strong one here.
Hey,
I went to one of her rehab sessions the other day. She said she wanted me to be there. So I agreed without thinking much of it, but it ended up being pretty overwhelming. Was she in pain? Yeah, it was a lot tougher than I'd ever imagined. It was horrible. Yeah, I've told you before, like, I really go into a deep dive of this if you didn't happen to see it in Forgotten Trace, episode 4. I'm gonna remember that episode for a while now, because I had a lot of really rough stuff happen to me, but physical therapy, it really is torture, but it's good torture, which is weird to say, but like, it's horrible. Like, you never ever want to have to go through something like that. But it saved me from losing my ability to walk, so it's necessary. But oh my gosh, like, I don't care how big, strong, tough man you might feel, or tough woman, you're gonna come away from those, you're probably gonna end up crying at some point or another. It's that bad. And like, you have to like break through like scar tissue and stuff. It's like you kind of feel like you're re-breaking yourself. Like, because you kind of are. It's horrible. She was dripping with sweat, teeth clenched. She was clearly in a lot of pain. Apparently she can't even move her feet. She said it feels like her legs are filled with sand. But she dragged them along, legs swollen with blood. I wanted to just make her stop. By the time it was over, she was in tears. It was really tough on her. She said she wanted to give up. And that's why she asked me to come, to keep her motivated. The whole time she's complaining about things in a way she normally never would. Even with that, she finished her session. Yeah. It's horrible, man. I don't even know why I'm crying. I didn't have to go through that. Is it because I'm weak? No, because you're kind. You're wrong. You know, even though through all that pain, I thought Shiho was so cold, beautiful even. Despite all her complaining, she still tried incredibly hard. Strength is more than just not getting phased, it's the power to fight through adversity. So, I was thinking, and what can I do to help Shiho? Show her your own strength. My strength?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do just that. I'm gonna give it my all. You know, Protag, being here with you really helps me see things clearly. What should I do? The true meaning of strength.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for that. Well, see you around. Oh, very sweet. Delta 7 makes sense. Just wanted to make sure all live streams this nice surprise. Persona 5 makes sense for the format, but it's not going to be a schedule or just Persona for now. It's going to be a schedule with Persona for now. So, like, ideally, I want to make this a live stream every Wednesday of Persona 5 Royal. And I want to do it until we finish it. And then after that, we'll pick something else up. But I'm leaning towards the remastered of Mass Effect, because I love those games. So... But again, like, I'm not too sure. There's a lot of games I haven't ever played that I probably should give some attention and love to. Like the Cold Steel series, it's just been getting a lot of attention because the anime is going to be coming out. Like, I might consider trying that. I don't know. There's other things. There's so many great games to try. And now that I've got a good setup, because I tried this, if you remember, I did a live stream a while ago, tried doing a Greedfall. But my computer just was not handling the streaming and the gameplay at the same time congruently. But I've upgraded my PC, and I now have a Stream Deck, which is definitely taking the burden off. I can already tell because of the fact that this is actually working.
Would you mind helping me further? If I can overcome this slump, I should be able to aid our group like earlier. Perhaps even more so. I know. Why don't we act as the thieves we are and strike a deal?
I'm counting on you. Or it's a deal.
Great. I promise your returns will be well worth your cooperation.
I can sense Yusuke's trust in me. Yeah, this is the first of our bonding. Man, I can't believe I got this far. Like, went through an entire other palace past Madarame's and hadn't talked to Yusuke yet. I'm a failure.
Multiple cards were discovered among your belongings, replicas of the same design. I don't have a clue how these cards were used, but someone proficient in the arts was close to you. What were you having this person do?
You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new
I'm kind of a
vow.
failure that
It shall become the wings of
I
rebellion
can't
that
even
breaketh the
talk with all the
chains of
people I want to talk
captivity.
to. Think you're calling it a maid? Well, if you use this, I won't leave you. You won't leave proof in your call history. Not for to get the Phantom Thieves, right? Right. Absolutely. No ulterior motives at all. Fetch.
So, this is your room, huh? How do I put this?
Be kind.
Never mind. So, what kind of kid are you?
The one who invites their teacher in a maid outfit to his room? So, yeah.
The way you opposed Mr. Kamoshida, I'd say that you're earnest and have a strong sense of justice.
Yeah.
That being said, you called a maid service and requested me?
I don't have any friends or these are terrible answers. I was really lonely.
I see. Oh, that's right. You have a criminal record.
I have friends.
Okay, then how about this? I'll let you skip class a few times.
Really?
It's tough not having any place where you belong, isn't it? However, I reserve the right to change my mind if your grades drop.
I could do
In
that.
exchange, you won't tell anyone that I'm moonlighting as a maid. Sound good?
I promise.
Then it's a deal.
Made a deal with Kawakami. Man, we're just seeing Sai a lot today. Just getting those things ticked off finally. So many confidants. So many people to spend time with and go on dates.
To think you pulled off so many crimes while attending school. I can't believe you managed that by yourself. There had to be someone at the school helping you.
Ooh, she could get in so much trouble
What
if
do
I
you have to
spilled the
say to
beans.
that?
Man, she'd be super screwed.
I am thou.
So many bonds.
Thou art I.
What the heck, man?
Please hear me.
Oh, it actually looks really cool. This is the complete form I drafted earlier. I would like your honest opinion, if you would. It's enigmatic.
Yes.
As it should be. I do not paint for the sake of others' comprehension. Regardless, this is how I choose to interpret the idea of desire.
Indeed.
It is a foul charm hidden deep within the abyss of the heart. Vanguard of my Togo kingdom, go forth to the front lines, trample upon them all. Think to protect yourself with that paltry defense? Haha, useless. Awaken, dragon, let your shadowy hellfire consume them all. Dark infernal rook! She gets all anime, I love it. She's adorable. Like I said, if I wasn't interested in the Kasumi route, I'd absolutely be going on Hifumi route. Can you hear them? The wailing of your dying soldiers echoing throughout the battlefield. With an incompetent king, a soldier cannot show his true bravery. Time for you to suffer. She's like, oh gosh. She reminds me of Yui from Muv-Luv. At last, everything is in place. My right hand trembles as I release my full power. Yeah, she's very Judy.
Check.
I summon forth the forbidden move that shall bring your end. Ultimate Excalibur attack. Check. I did it again. It's an embarrassing habit I have. During a match, I tend to get very aggressive. It's as if I assume the role of queen in a kingdom. I don't like the attitude change. Huh? I find it a bit, well... My father had me do an imagine training exercises when I was younger to help me learn the rules. I gradually began to view the shogi board as if it were my own kingdom. I had fun coming up with stories and strategies for my subjects. However, I've heard people make fun of me on the internet. People think it's weird, or that I'm an otaku, or that I'm just crazy. I mean, I can't blame them. Certainly, I think I'm weird too. Don't worry about them.
Yes.
The positivity is a welcome relief. I might be able to learn more from our matches than I thought. Oh, you're Ina-san from the other day, right? I remember you. You had a very abnormal destiny, if I recall. Please take a seat. I think she's cute. I think Chihaya is really adorable. You want to purchase the Holy Stone, huh? For just 100,000 yen, you can change your fate. That much, you better not only change your fate, but also give you incredible luck. If you do end up buying one, we should go home and test it out. Well, what do you want to do? I'll buy one. So much money. Here you go. It's so much money. It's a smart thing to do, considering this is the only way to avoid misfortune. It's already charged with the happiness aura, so you'll feel the effects right away. Don't forget to recharge it with moonlight every 3 days. Please stop by again and let me know how your fate changed.
Well then.
Goodbye. Hey, can you get this thing, can't you keep this thing a little cleaner? Can't be comfortable with all this gravel at the bottom of the... Wait. Protag? I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey.
Hey, do you mind looking over the shop while I...
For real?
The stone shattered! What's gotten into you?
Whoa!
Hey, this tastes salty. Hey, the holy stone, it's just salt. Protag, what's going on? I'm just a bit salty. You're salty. That reminds me, I was just about to head out to grab some salt from the shop. I'll be back in a bit. I see it's technically rock salt. I see the chief grinding some up before. Wait, in that case, maybe the holy stone's supposed to help you get better at cooking. I don't think that's right. Well, that's not it. Then what's it for? Hold on a sec. The holy stone was supposed to change your future, not improve your cooking skills.
No way.
So the holy stone is really just a phony stone in the end? That fortune teller's name was Chihaya, right? She clearly has some mystical power, but this is just unacceptable.
Hey!
We need to go complain to her. Not the holy stone about with her Chihaya was fake. Should go talk to her, try to figure out her true intentions. Yeah, now I'll clear my throat. Thank you for shaking my hand. I'm never gonna wash it.
Huh?
Huh? Please wash it. I can't believe that you're really here, in a church. I read on the internet that you pray to God for victory. Is that true? No. Can I take a selfie with you? Post it online? Oh, gosh. Do me a favor. Anybody who watches this, if we ever can meet up someday, I really hope we can. Like, I'd love to try and do meetups with, you know, like the 2 people who might actually show up sometime. Please just be normal. And if you be any popular person anywhere, like, be yourself. Maybe be like, hey, great to meet you, big fan, have a great day, and leave, you know? Like, I can't imagine being annoying to somebody who I, like, enjoy. Like, I don't know, it's like, you'd think it'd be a no-brainer, but we always lose our heads when we're around people we admire. Sorry, I've been turning down all such requests. By the way, is it true that you're trying to become a professional shogi player? Well, nothing's been... I'll be cheering for you to qualify. You'd be the first woman to surpass the 3rd Dan League. I I really believe in you. Thank you very much. Wait, what else are you supposed to say? Even though he's being creepy.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Men like that approach me all the time. At first, I thought you were one of them. I really must apologize for being rude to you. It bothers me when people make such a big fuss over me, considering that the priest is doing me a great favor by letting me play here. You see, he's my shogi friend, and he's very kind. He once told me that he wanted to become a professional player, and he doesn't laugh at my embarrassing habit when we play together. It's cute, though. Oh, I did the photo shoot. I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. Did you see it? It was called the Venus of Shogi. Wow, what a name. Think about it's not even being like partial or subtle. It's just like, oh, the beauty of Shogi, which is unfortunate because it's kind of like, it's like she's attaining this like great prestigious like event, this thing that's happening to her, but it's like the fact that she's a woman and that she's advancing further as a woman is like overshadowing her, like her sex is overshadowing her talent. Which I really think happens in a lot of fields and sports and anything like that, which is, it's sad. Like, I mean, it's good to get the recognition and to recognize when like ceilings are broken, when tradition is superseded by modernization. Like, it's all great, but it's also like, can't we just respect people for their talent? You know, not see the sex or race or anything. Describes you perfectly. That's quite the headline. It certainly is. It's not really an excuse, but the editorial staff came up with the title all on their own. Ever since I won the Female Shogi League, I've been getting a lot of attention. I just figured I could contribute to my shogi world. Besides, my mother seemed to be very happy. Whenever I win, she rejoices as if it were her own victory. So, I want to live up to her expectations she has for me. However, she's been a bit overzealous lately. She sets up the interview and photo shoot. It's as if she wants to be the manager of a celebrity. I don't know. Like, she's hard to talk to. She's hard to read. I don't know if, like, that doesn't seem right, but having a difficult time. A bit. But it's fine, because it's from my mother.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I should be teaching you how to play instead of talking about my mother. Today we'll be showing you something very practical. It's a tactic used for using the reversed pawns you've taken from your opponents in a more effective way. Nevertheless, I apologize. You're such a good listener. I feel at ease speaking with you.
Actually,
Aside from the priest, you're actually the first person I've spoken to about my mother. I feel Hifumi's trust in me growing. Again, I've talked about this before. I don't know what it is, but I have this kind of thing where, like, not always, and it's obviously not about shogi or whatever, but I definitely have a face that people could just talk to. I don't know what it is. It just happens all the time, where people will just share everything. And I don't really mind, because I enjoy being a listener, but I've never understood it either. And Joker and I have that bond. Okay, 2 days. Ooh, lots of stuff going on today. Yeah, see, I could either make some moolah, or I could do the we know what we're doing. Come on, let's go see Kasabi. Interesting. Oh, what terrible, terrible things are people gonna whisper about it after this?
Senpai?
Oh, wow. She's like wearing that kid. That's not an outfit, like a school outfit, right? But it's adorable. I'm sorry I called you here so suddenly. With our talk, I've been trying to think of things besides gymnastics that I'm really invested in. And I figured something out. It's this. This being part of the making bento.
Yes.
Yeah, I can cook. You really need to regulate your diet and gymnastics, so I've been making my own food a lot. Oh my gosh, I've been making my own food lately too. Like, regulating and like improving my health has been a huge adventure these past couple of years. I mean, if you for some reason don't know, absolutely I recommend you go check some of my older videos. Like, I've definitely lost some weight, and a lot of it has to come down to like preparing food and knowing what kind of food to put in your body. You need to, yes, over here. And so, since I always wanted to thank you, I made you bento. Yeah. This is gonna start some rumors.
So anyway,
This is actually my first time cooking for someone else beside my family. But I figured this would definitely help me get my confidence back. I made this specifically with your body type in mind, and knowing how much you exercise. Do you want it? I'm touched. I'd be like, holy crap! Then I'm glad I put all that effort in. The chicken and eggs are to help you with fatigue. There's some beans in there too, and it's on brown rice. Oh, be still my heart. Oh, it's beautiful. I want to eat it for real. I'm not hungry right now though, but my gosh, that sounds so perfect. Weight control is important for the gymnastics, but we also need to make sure that we've got energy and stamina too. And she selected foods that are whole grain and have good protein in them. The eggs and the beans, depends on the beans, but that's the key. It's like you want to make sure you have good protein. If you're exercising, or even if you just are cutting weight, you have to make sure you're getting your protein in. It's like so critical that I've noticed that if I don't get enough protein, I can often find it difficult to stay focused. I also feel hungrier. It's just good. Like, protein is the key to success in any diet. So, high protein, low fat is usually what we go for. The only thing I throw in there is that the bigger enemy than fat is actually carbs. You need carbs a little bit. You need a lot less than what I always grew up being told how to eat. Like, I'm not that old, but like, I was always told that, like, you know, we had the food pyramid. At the bottom was the grains. That's so wrong. Like, grain should be like toward the top. You need them. Like, you should always have good grain. It should be whole grain because that has the right nutrition, but it should be a lot less. You should be focusing on protein, and then if it's not protein, like low fat. But like, the fat isn't really your enemy. It's the carbs that are really your enemy. And sugar. We also need gosh darn it, these voices. We also need iron to maintain stamina and vitamin B for energy. He's right. I actually take a daily multivitamin to make sure because I actually I found out when I was losing weight, I'm actually anemic. I didn't know that because I overate, and it meant that I kind of got enough of my stuff in. But now that I'm eating like normal amounts or even like less than most people, I don't get enough iron, or like I don't absorb it as well. And so like I actually take iron supplements because otherwise it becomes a problem for me. Like I couldn't even donate blood because my iron levels are too low. Wait, I'm getting all focused on the gymnastics part again. Well, anyway, it's okay to be passionate, Kasavi. Holy crap, though.
Good.
That's a friggin' beast of a bento. Let's dig in. Let's see, what is that? Huh? It's my lunch. Why do you look so skeptical, Senpai? I guess it might look like a lot, but this is actually a little less than my usual. Fetch, girl, where do you put it? Don't worry, I've done the math on the calories. I'll burn it all off at practice. Fetch, man.
So,
Come on, Senpai. You'll be done before you know it. Well, to be fair, like I said, with her build, with her athleticism, like, if that's what she eats regularly, and she's able to maintain her weight, maintain her physical physique, and be competitive, then she's absolutely right. That's perfectly fine. Everyone's diet is going to look differently. You just have to have that self-determination to recognize, like, what you should be doing and, like, what you shouldn't be doing with your diet, because everyone's is different and you can't compare yourself. So she obviously does not need to worry about overeating. This is gonna be it's a familiar flavor, but it doesn't match the food. What the? That's weird. Keep trying different parts, but it all tastes like the same thing. Something's very familiar. Ina Senpai, you okay? Your eyes are glazing over. It's great. Definitely unique. Let's go with that one. You think so? I don't think it's that weird for an athlete. Heavy seasoning would probably be bad for you, so I went easy on it. Was it too light? Excuse me. Yeah, that's the flavor I was going for. I was trying to decide how to season these, and I figured everyone likes curry, right? Oh, that would explain why it all tastes the same. So I decided to go for maximum curry flavor. Sorry. Were you not a fan of that flavor? Or wait, maybe you prefer super spicy ones? Is there a third option?
I'm so sorry.
sorry. I did this all wrong. I'll go to get some kind of condiment to change the flavor. Once I fix it, I'm sure you'll enjoy it more. Just don't forget to... Should I get mayonnaise, soy sauce, maybe miso? Do you think Mr. Maruki will have some salt? Calm down. It's fine. Oh, you're right. I should just buy something new so you can eat right now. I'm enjoying this. But... Come on, Kasumi. It's not perfect, but you can still enjoy it. Well, thank you. Now we should really eat.
Thank you for the meal.
That was delicious. Thank you for completely finishing your meal, Senpai. I'm sorry it didn't turn out perfectly. I came up with the idea of making bento, but I couldn't decide on the flavor. Either way, I'm really sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I thought it was so great when I presented it to you, and now... You could try again sometime.
Thank you so
You're
much.
very kind, Senpai. Fetch, man. Like, I felt like that was a good answer all around. Because it's like, hey, you get this cute girl to make you another lunch, and she gets to practice. It's like winner chicken dinner for everybody. Next time, I'll ask what you do, what you like before I try anything too crazy. I'll go buy the super spicy Megaduo sauce for next time. Seems like you always helping me find a way to forward, Senpai. If I didn't have you, I'd let my failures get the best of me and end up some big pessimistic spiral again. Maybe this kind of confidence can help me figure out who I really am. That sounds right. Either way, I suppose all I could do is keep moving forward. It's interesting how she hinted there, right? Like how she's like, I'll spiral into a pessimistic, like get sucked down as a pessimist again. That's a really interesting point for her to make. So, like, I wonder what it was. Like, because she just transferred here, right? She's, like, really well renowned. So obviously it wasn't hard for her to transfer. But maybe she just got so burned out at her last school that she just wanted to have a change of pace because she's hoping, like she said, she could figure out who she actually is. Very cool. Like, definitely something really interesting to try and explore about her and her character. Miss Senpai, I hope we can keep helping each other improve. Hey, where's my glass? Didn't I order a refill? How much did I drink today? What time is it? No, who cares? Wait, I care. She's so drunk she hasn't even noticed you're here. If we have her write articles, it'll have the effect on the metaverse. We may be able to use her if we do it right. Should we try and form a deal with Oya? Absolutely. Form a deal.
Now then.
Keep in mind, she's drunk, so do a good job negotiating, okay? That's what all high school kids should do, is go into bars and negotiate with drunk adults.
Peloton, are you sure this isn't just water? If you're trying to rip me off, I'm gonna reveal all your secrets in a feature article. Oh, it's you!
Please, have a seat.
So, what's up? Got anything new on the Phantom Thieves?
You could say that.
Or maybe you're just falling in love with me,
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. That too. I found these news.
For real? You came all this way just to tell me? Thank God. My publisher just assigned me to be the beat reporter for the Phantom Thieves.
Oh boy.
Man, this will really help me out.
Are you seriously going to use this child as a source of information?
Ah, don't be such a killjoy. These kids nowadays know about things we adults don't have access to.
Right.
Besides, what's most important is that I now have a reliable third-party source for my stories.
Whatever.
So, what do you want from me this time?
I don't know, maybe we can be when you're not drunk and we can, more likely to remember our conversation.
Information about someone? Cold hard cash?
I'll let you know later.
Huh? Lucky me! My very own golden goose just appeared. Now I can take it easy. Maybe I'll take a little vacation with all my free time. As if.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
do you want? Just tell me. Last time it was info on Konashiro, right? The office has been a buzz lately. I think it's Konashiro related. Something's fishy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I support them. The bad guys are bad. Nothing fishy here. Okay, I support them.
Support the Phantom Thieves?
Yeah, I want to see some good press on them.
But I see what's going on here. A hardcore Phantom Thieves fanboy. Huh.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you use this kid so you can take a vacation.
A vacation? Oh, I was just kidding. I'm conducting a private investigation during my off hours. No one at work knows about it.
Right.
Don't tell me you're...
Hey, how about we do this? You supply me with info on the Phantom Thieves, and I'll write articles based on what you tell me about them. You know, the Phantom Thieves who you love oh so much.
Yeah, I see the angle.
Deal?
Sounds great.
All right then, it's a deal. I can create a lot of positive PR for the Phantom Thieves, so be sure to give me some good scoops.
Of course, in reality, we can't control anything she actually writes. Only a little bit. She could take the information we give her and twist it up all she wants. Yeah, such is the nature of the press. But, in this case, it really is a good idea. Because it's not like anyone else is going to even have a chance of doing a positive take.
Your reputation skyrocketed after a certain point. It's unnatural how much your actions were publicized. Did you have an inside man in the media? Someone who could manipulate information for you?
You got me.
What do you have to say to that?
I don't know. I've literally said nothing this entire time, I think. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna say nothing again. Screw you, Sai.
I am thou. Thou art I.
Feeling good?
No matter how hard they looked, even our organized crime department couldn't catch Junior Konashiro. And yet he simply turned himself in. Even confessed all his crimes. The Phantom Thieves.
Yeah.
Is it a crime to manipulate someone's heart?
The Bank of Gluttony.
Depending on the means, yes. He's absolutely right.
Even if it makes someone admit their evil deeds and helps make them pay for their crimes?
I hope she hasn't fallen under their influence.
Oh, yeah. Influence. Just a skosh. Just a tiny bit.
The Phantom Thieves. Damn it.
Oh, wow. Go eat some pancakes. Help yourself feel better. Ba-da-ba.
Hell yeah! Konashiro finally confessed! People have been making a huge deal of it since the police announcement.
It's difficult to accept that the authorities are taking all of the credit for his arrest.
Oh, it's fine. At least he's getting arrested. That's what really matters.
People are going nuts about the Phantom Thieves online, though. Look!
It's all coming together for us.
Oh, this is quite the turnaround. All of a sudden, people are expressing their long-standing belief in us.
Yeah, that's how this kind of goes.
So this is why Makoto told us to post the calling card anywhere that might stand out.
Pretty smart move on her part. Oh, where is our amazing Miss President?
Oh, yes.
Hello? It's Makoto. My apologies, but I won't be able to join you today. I've been called into a meeting with the principal.
Uh-oh.
There's no need to worry, though. More importantly, there was a special on TV about the Phantom Thieves.
Ooh.
Huh? What did it say?
They were talking all about our calling cards.
For real?
For real?
Anyway, my apologies about today. I'll have to see you all another time.
No worries, Makoto.
Who was that?
Really? Oh, that's freaking crazy!
Oh, yeah.
I hope all this excitement doesn't place us on the police's radar.
Yeah, we'll have to be a little more careful.
It'll be fine. No way they'd find out about that weird other world.
True, but do you remember what the fake Konashiro said towards the end?
Another metaverse user.
Yeah, he said we're not the only ones who are doing it.
Not gonna let it bother me. As far as we know, he was just pulling that shit out of his ass.
I don't know, man. He seemed pretty adamant.
I hope that's the case.
in your face, Akechi.
He walks right up.
Now, what do you want to do about our next target?
Don't get ahead of yourself. Still, people might expect a lot from our next move, considering how excited they're getting.
We can't just pick any old schmo now.
There is no need to hurry, though. Counting Konashiro, we've claimed 3 consecutive victories, right? We should just lay low and wait for all this excitement to blow over.
I agree.
In that case, how about we have another celebration?
Study party!
Oh, good idea. We can make it a welcoming party for Miss President, too. By the way, that briefcase, it's pretty damn expensive. Let's sell it and drop the cash on our party.
Wow. Seems like the lay low and wait idea has gone completely out the window.
So we can count you out then, Morgana?
What are you talking about? I was just saying we should try and keep our party on the down low.
That's the spirit. Well, I'm gonna let Makoto know.
Perfect.
Hi, Makoto. There's something we forgot to tell you. So,
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Uh-oh.
Hello? I hope you remember we have finals
Yep.
next week. Yusuke and Morgana excluded, of course. Do you wish not to stand out? You had best not get bad grades, okay? That is something I simply would not be able to overlook as student council president.
Ice cold.
For now, behave and concentrate on your studies. We can have fun once finals are over. Understood?
Understood. Go on, Ryuji, it's for the best.
Care to explain?
I believe in what I wrote. The Phantom Thieves are just.
Ooh.
Have you
Oh.
figured out who they are?
I totally forgot about this.
No, I'm nowhere close. However, after considering all the facts, I concluded there are no errors in their acts or principles. Thus, upon deeming them to be on the side of justice, I have decided to end my investigation.
Oh.
But that's impossible.
Impossible? May I see the evidence you have that leads you to believe so?
I was just speaking to the director of a prestigious college about your letter of recommendation,
Oh,
too.
wow. Stuff it, you fat toad.
There will be no need for that. I intend on getting into a good college by my own merit.
Oh, stick it to the man!
Please excuse me.
So awesome. She just shirked off like his whole like. She's just like, oh yeah, by the way, that threat you keep dangling in front of me, screw it. I just no, I don't care. I love it. It's like, woo!
Hey, we're not done here.
Bye.
Sir, it's me. I apologize for bothering you like this about that. Yes, I am making progress. However, I have stumbled upon some difficulties.
Oh boy.
Still, why would someone as important as you be interested in a petty case like this? No, that's not what I meant. I will investigate with all the resources available to me. Of course. I should be able to let you know relatively soon. Yes, I will bring good news. Well then, thank you for your...
Bet on the wrong horse, bud.
Damn it!
It sucks though, cause like, you don't. He likely got himself
I'm
into
home.
a corner. You know, he didn't plan on being like trapped in a position where he has to like literally deliver on an impossible task or like get potentially murdered.
Hi, sis. You look tired. Is everything okay?
Don't worry about me. How about you, Makoto? Have you been keeping up with your studies?
Yes, of course. Though, what is the point of studying?
What do you mean?
I was just wondering what will be waiting for me at the end. Even if I manage to push through tough entrance exams, I'm still thrust into a competitive society.
What else is there besides success? Don't ask me such childish questions.
Isn't this the man the Phantom Thieves sent a calling card for? I heard he confessed all his crimes.
Even the police couldn't figure out why. It really was out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
This would only make sense if his personality changed. That would be impossible.
Why does it matter? The police still caught him in the end, right?
I had plans set for a promotion, but no one can take credit for his arrest now with that confession. Not that a child would understand.
Okay, yeah, sure. I understand that, like, oh no. Were you actually close to catching him? You said yourself that, like, we had nothing. We had no leads. How are you gonna get promoted anyway? I think you're being a little bitter here. Fetch, man. I forgot how freaking... It's funny because she's always accusing them of Makoto of being childish when she's actually behaving very childishly. Like, oh, you know what? I didn't catch the bad guy, so it's ruined all my plans. It's like, okay, screw you. You've been sucked into the problem that the entire, like, you've been complaining about, like, the corruption, but she's absolutely embedded with it, too.
So she was pursuing the case after all. Promotion. You've changed, sis.
Yeah.
But I'll be okay. I finally found a place where I belong.
Oh, Makoto. Now, let's see what shenanigans we can get up to tonight. Oh, Akechi. But we got Shogi! Sorry, Akechi, I'm going to play Shogi. You have more natural aptitude for this than I thought. In addition to skill, you seem to have a lot of ambition. As long as I'm your instructor, I must measure your progress. Therefore, I'd like to take you somewhere after our match today. Would you like to go? Friggin' yes! Let my bond with Fumi will grow stronger soon. Be sure to accept the Fumi's invitation to take interest, okay? Heck yes, yeah, we're gonna go. Date it is! Excellent. After our match, I'll take you over to Booktown. Ooh, Booktown. That actually sounds like a great place. I might have to try and visit this place in real life. Famous for the Booktown shopping district with a great curry to boot. Oh, sounds like heaven. All books piled high at the specialty shops are truly a sight to behold.
Alright.
Alright. Let's go there for shopping. I probably should go there for shopping just to get books, you know, because I want to make sure I've topped up on those. That was a good match. I really do enjoy teaching you. You're such a quick learner. Today I thought we'd find you something to help you train on your own. This bookstore is filled with shogi-related books. I've been coming here a lot recently. There's also a curry restaurant just around the corner. I recommend the katsu curry. Ooh. I always eat katsu curry before an important match, for good luck. Fumi.
Oh.
Hello. I hope your match went well today. What are you talking about? Today's our day off. My apologies. I forgot that there aren't any matches scheduled for today. Out shopping with your boyfriend? How nice for you. I shouldn't be surprised. You are a famous shogi player after all. Well, I won't intrude. Bye. Sheesh.
Sorry.
Looking a little green around the gills there, lady. Sorry. She was only glaring at you because you're with me. She's my senior. I defeated her in a recent title match. Must have been the Katsukuri. No. Bad vibe. I don't mind. Well, it's very kind of you. The truth is, I'm not very well liked by my seniors. The more attention I get, the more enemies I make, and the more lies that are spread about me.
Oh.
Stupid. Perhaps it's odd to compare myself to them, but I wonder if it's the same for the Phantom Thieves. People are so divided about them on the internet. Some love them, while others hate them. I can't help but see similarities between us. What do you think about them? They're cool. I feel the same way, actually. It's amazing that they're still doing what they do, even though so many people criticize them. They give me courage. Yeah. But their victories can't be won with will alone. How do they change a person's heart? I'm interested from the tactical standpoint and... Oh, I'm sorry, we really are quite off topic. I feel like I've become much more talkative as of late. I usually don't talk this much. You're more than just someone I can practice new moves with. You're someone I can confide in.
I look forward to it.
If you don't mind this sort of thing, I'd like to go out and chat with you again. Absolutely. I feel Hifumi's trust in me growing. If it wasn't for Kasabi Hifumi, we'd be all over that, no problem. Alright. Boom, boom, boom! Oh, yes. There's a book that I'd love for you to read.
Let's go.
Let's go. Fetch, man. This would have been such a golden date opportunity for me. Like, have a real cute girl be like, I want to take you to a bookstore and I'm going to recommend a book. I'd be like, oh, be still my heart. Thank you for being amazing.
Until next time.
Well then, until our next match, take care. Man, I need to read more. I need to read more classics, actually. Like, I really need to get some more, like, philosophy books and stuff. I might need to look up some decent ones to go into. Hello, thank you for accompanying me today. My intention was to show you how great Jinbocho is, but I ended up just talking about myself. My apologies. I was shocked, though. Ordinarily, I don't talk that much, I assure you. Perhaps it's because I never had friends at school whom I could talk to about shogi. I hope this doesn't discourage you from spending time with me. Really, I would be delighted to do this again. That's the other thing, too, like, even if they're, like, with someone like Hifumi, like, regardless of, like, if a romance, like, romance is fun, but it's a game thing. Like, Fetch, man, she needs friends. And, like, she seems like she'd be such a great person to be friends with. Like, sure, I'm guessing she's not the most exciting person, but she's open to new ideas. She's willing to open up her horizons a little bit. Like, she just genuinely seems like she'd be a fun person to be around. An intense person to play with, but that also is pretty fun. I'd love to. Thank you. Other than used books and katsukuri, there are many things I'd recommend in the city. If you have the chance, perhaps we could explore more of the city next time. Well, I'm afraid I must go. I'll see you at the church. Excellent. Excellent. Ah, we're just spending our time so well. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Fast forward to, the culmination of this, like, whole adventure.
Don't be ridiculous.
Sure, yeah, I'm being ridiculous.
This new ally you gained was Makoto?
Whoa. Wait, what?
Just tell me the truth.
You already know the truth.
Makoto. That's preposterous. If what you say is true, was Makoto also running from the police when you were arrested? Now that I think about it, she did start talking a lot about the investigation from summer onward.
Oh.
Makoto aside, you mentioned one other important detail. Did Konashiro really say there was someone using the metaverse besides the Phantom Thieves?
Exactly.
Those words could just be taken as you shifting blame to this other person, you know.
It's the truth.
But why would you fabricate such an elaborate story and then shift the blame elsewhere? There are two possibilities. Either you've simply been trying to confuse me with your lies.
Sure, because that makes sense.
Or everything you've stated is true.
Well, to be fair, it's hard to take at face value, but yeah.
Have you been telling me the truth from the very start?
Nah, gotcha. Started out, I'm just a creative writing person. I've just been stealing things from people inside people's brains for fun. You know, you literally caught me in a palace. So obviously, you know, none of this is real. You can decide that.
That's the plan. Then again, I am investigating a thief who steals hearts. Very well. No matter how absurd it may seem, I'll reevaluate my stance on believing you, for now. In return, speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
It's a fair deal. Is that acceptable?
Oh yeah, I made a deal with Sai Nichima.
I am thou. Thou art
I love how we have a bond.
Thou hast acquired
Of course, in the
a new
timeline,
vow.
as we know, like this bond goes
It
all the
shall
way
become the
from
wings
bottom
of
rank to
rebellion
top rank
that
in
breaketh
a
thy
single
chains
night.
of captivity.
Yes. I've received the reports on Konashiro's case, but to think the Phantom Thieves would honestly attempt an absurd idea like social reform. You're absolutely right. I'm not pleased about the general public's support of them either. There's also the danger of the metaverse being exposed with their continued actions.
Yeah, CC's like, they actually know about that.
Actually, there is one countermeasure he brought in that seems usable. It involves having the Phantom Thieves destroy themselves without our direct intervention.
those mental shutdown occurrences are their doing. Ah, I thought as much. I had a feeling that it was too brutal for it to be his own idea. Still, I think you'd go through such elaborate detail to crush them. Their actions must be that much of an eyesore for you. I sympathize with what you're going through. Well then, I'll clean this up quickly and put it behind us. Yes, a grand undertaking like social reform is beyond a group such as the Phantom Thieves.
It's kind of ironic that he says that though, because they are trying to do the same thing. Like, they're trying to manipulate like the social like equity and like reforming it in their eye, and yet they scoff at us doing it.
Only a select few are worthy of changing the world. And who better than the future Prime Minister, sir?
Brown nosing. So brown.
And that was the follow-up report on the suspect Konashiro. Now, Akechi-san.
There he is.
This case is said to be the result of the Phantom Thieves' actions, but in actuality, is this true?
Considering how a calling card was scattered about, I believe there's no mistaking that. The question is what the Phantom Thieves actually did. If they tampered with the suspect's heart, it casts doubt on the authenticity of any confession.
So then, by tampering with hearts, the Phantom Thieves are fabricating crimes that may not exist?
We can't deny the possibility.
He's actually got a point here. Obviously it's not the case because that's not how like altering hearts works in this regard, but like if you're on the outside, like can you really justify saying like how dare they interpret it or whatever? It's like of course. Like, if you're saying you can go in and mess with people's hearts, that implies that you also can mess with their like emotions, their memories. And memories are so fragmented anyway. There's a decent chance that people might invent crimes that they didn't actually do, but they kind of remember doing because, you know, it's the way the human brain works.
There's no doubt that the Phantom Thieves are exposing hidden injustices in society. However, if this is done by sidestepping the law, their way of thinking is very dangerous.
So, in a way, they're outlaws.
Yes.
Vigilantes.
They're no different than the criminals they target. This cannot be overlooked.
He's taking it a bit extreme. And like I said, they're vigilantes. They are definitely taking justice in their own hands, and there's a lot of questionableness to it. But I would forgive them in the sense that because of the nature of the changing of hearts and how it works, they're simply like kind of reawake. They're removing the twisted desire and the twisted perspective that grants the people who convince themselves that they're still the good guy whilst doing terrible things. And that reassessment is what lets them like admit their fault. So like in the system as it works, it is perfectly, I think, very, very valuable and very like good. But it's too easy to exploit, making it dangerous for just common people to do it. And it's on the outside, it's not like you can actually really know these things for sure, which makes it suspect in general. It's kind of like the Patriot Act in the United States. It was a law passed after 9/11 to allow the government having a lot more direct oversight over any type of criminal investigations about the motivation was to root out terrorism before such a major attack could ever be attempted again. But it also heavily infringes to this day on personal information, like phones could be tapped, emails could be opened without our knowledge. And then if you ever are investigated, they openly open all your emails, check all your phone records and stuff. And like you can argue that there's a great reason for it, but at the same time, it also is kind of a blatant breach of, you know, our personal privacy. And there's a lot of kind of gray area there. And I think that's the same thing. The Phantom Thieves, like they're dancing in gray area. And so like, it's very nice and fun and wholesome for this story, but if this were more grounded in reality, like say the metaverse was real, but like it wasn't being in a like fun, fancy, colorful story, but instead was like reflecting real people, it would be very, very scary knowing that people could run into your mind and mess with your head.
I see.
Oh, I see. My ass. Why the hell are we being treated as the bad guys?
Just let them say whatever they want. More people are starting to understand that what we're doing is right, after all.
When I'm walking around in town, I hear a lot more people talking about us too. And the forum's been full of hype. Do you think we made it big time?
Don't get pompous over dealing with some street thug. Save it for after we deal with a bigger target.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fireworks festival it is. Let's look for a good one.
Study comes first, though. I won't let you off if you fail any of them. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Alright, fireworks festival it is. Let's look for a good one.
Study comes first, though. I won't let you off if you fail any of them. Are we clear?
Oh man.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so scary. Like the fact that they're like literally being recorded. That would suck so bad.
Okay.
Instead of Star for Forneus, or whatever it is. This game's about space battles, huh? So I guess it's the little things here. Your spaceship. Wow, you blast away the enemy ships one after another. Not bad for a beginner. Oh, there's no way there are no more enemies on screen. Did you win?
Hey, wait!
What the heck? That thing's huge. It must be the boss. Hey, I think you're supposed to aim for the core in the middle. Try focusing your fire there. Press X enough times before the timer runs out. Oh, okay. Time to button mash to victory. Ah! That's gonna get really hard. Amazing, it blows up.
Hey!
Wow, you actually managed to beat the level. I'm impressed.
Senpai,
Ah, hello, Kasumi. Hello, senpai.
What a pleasant surprise. Are you headed home too? Same here. I don't have club practice today.
Oh, nice.
That reminds me. There's something I wanted to report to you. Would now be a good time?
Report to me. Sure.
Thank you. Why don't we find a seat somewhere?
Absolutely. Get away, Gakechi. This is my moment.
And you are...
Go away.
It's been quite a while, Akechi-san.
Holy crap, she knows it. Fetch. Dang it.
And the same for you. Yoshizawa-san, right?
You know each other?
My father works at a TV station.
Ah.
Have you ever seen Good Morning Japan? My father's the director.
Gotcha.
I've been brought onto the show as a guest a number of times now.
Oh. It's a smug little face. Go away, you suck.
That's how I ended up becoming acquainted with Yoshizawa-san. I didn't know you knew her as well.
She's my friend.
He helped me out of a jam before, and now he's been offering me guidance.
Helped you out of a jam, huh? I see. So, what were you two up to?
Oh, right! I was just about to share some exciting news. It's nothing to keep secret, so I may as well spill it now.
Okay.
About that summer competition I mentioned to you before, I was chosen to be our club representative.
Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Or like, you did it. Yeah.
This only feels like the beginning to me, though.
Isn't your club's team considered to be quite prestigious? And you're their representative. I must say, that's extremely impressive.
Thank you. I'll do my best to make everyone proud.
I'll be cheering you on as well.
Get out of here. You're messing with my jive. You're throwing off my groove, Akechi.
I have an idea. Since all three of us are here, why don't we go somewhere as a group?
Seriously, where's a window? I want to throw him out of it.
We can call it our little celebration for Yoshizawa-san's success.
That would be wonderful. Does that work for you, Senpai?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I?
That settles it. Would you mind if I chose the place? There's a wonderful little cafe I know about.
Of course. Lead the way.
Akechi, you suck.
Yoshizawa-san? You drink hot beverages even in the summer?
I have to prevent my body from getting too cold, since the meet's coming up rather soon.
Okay, that's strange when your body does that for you.
I see. You make sure you're covering all your bases.
So what do you have, Akechi?
Good point. Some people say coffee can cool you off, even when hot, so I try to avoid that too. I had this image that you enjoy sweet things, Akechi-san. Is that that untrue. I swear I saw you eating fried sweetbread on TV just the other day.
It's all part of a marketing strategy. That sort of stunt is an easy crowd pleaser.
Can't you just say you enjoy sweets? Unless you just literally don't. But that, you know what? To be fair, you do seem like the kind of person who would fake liking sweets.
You seem to have your own bases covered as well.
I wish I hadn't learned that.
You're more innocent than I had expected.
I've been wondering, how do you two know each other?
Unintentionally.
His social studies class visited the set of a TV show I appeared on.
Ah, that's right. Second years got to go to a TV station.
He and I exchanged our opinions during the shoot, and his way of thinking intrigued me.
I can definitely see that. Senpai's take on things often helps me as well.
Aww.
That reminds me, Yoshizawa-san. You had mentioned that he's been providing you with some guidance.
Yes, like you just said, his way of thinking is intriguing. I figured I could benefit from his input.
In that case, let's play a little game.
You know, I'm here. You could talk about me like I'm present.
Would you mind if I posed the same question to you that I first asked him?
No, go right ahead.
So, my question was, what do you think of the Phantom Thieves, Yoshizawa-san?
The Phantom Thieves? You mean in the case that they do in fact exist, yes? I admit that the assistance of others in need is a truly great act.
Aww.
But I simply can't agree with their methods.
Aww.
I see. Care to explain why?
I suspect the Phantom Thieves' existence isn't going to be beneficial to society in the long run.
Got a point.
How so?
Well, for example, when someone's faced with a problem to overcome, I believe they need to do it themselves. Getting help from others is totally fine, but in the end, it takes a person's initiative to truly create lasting change. If society relied upon a safety net like the Phantom Thieves, I worry that people would stop making a conscious effort. Granted, this depends on how severe the problem is, and it's inaccurate to apply generalizations to an entire population.
Thank you. You just saved yourself. That is a fantastic assessment right there, actually.
But I believe a society where everyone simply leaves matters to the Phantom Thieves wouldn't last for very long.
She's absolutely right about that, actually.
I see. So, in the sense of a person's growth, their actions actually hinder it.
No, at the same time, you can't make that generalization either, because again, you're just saying everyone's affected that way. The people who are affected directly probably doesn't help them grow, but it can reset their perspective. That can help them change. But there's a decent chance that Madarame, Konashiro, after they face punishment, could just end up going right back to the way things were. Because that's the same thing with like someone who goes to rehab for a severe drug or alcohol addiction. Just because they go to rehab doesn't just miraculously mean they're never going to be tempted again. In fact, sadly, a lot of people do relapse. But by having a good support system in place, having a good chance of being able to like understand their own destructive thought patterns, and given that opportunity, a lot of people can recover. So you could think of what the Phantom Thieves do as an intervention, a direct and very dramatic intervention, but an intervention. No guarantee they won't go back, but maybe it lets them get themselves on the right path for a little bit. Gives them that shove.
Quite an interesting take on the matter. Let me ask you then, what do you think of Yoshizawa-san's opinion?
Either that was helpful or she's not wrong, right? She's not wrong.
Ah, so you think you should let others come to their own conclusions on the matter?
Wait, could you actually be a fan of the Phantom Thieves, Senpai?
I didn't mean to start an argument. I just can't help myself sometimes. Let's change the subject to something a bit lighter.
I'm sorry, I should probably get going. If I'm away from home too late, my parents will begin to worry.
Right, then let's call it a day. Good luck on your competition.
I'll be rooting for you.
Yes, thank you. Well then, see you later.
Catchy ruins everything. Come on, man. Can't even just have a normal, like lovely time, huh?
Ah, you're back.
See, I boost them up as high as I can because that means that they cyclically boost themselves, you know, more. And then, because eventually I'll get to a point where like I need to like artificially boost it outside of conversation. So I'm gonna get as far as I can with these kind of easy hops, just to get those benefits in as quickly as possible. That's right, your next opponent will finally be a professional. My client's a big shot at the Pro Shogi Players Association, so I worked really hard to set it up.
That's...
But... is this young man fan of yours, Hifumi? No, Mother. He's my shogi friend. I told you about him, remember? Your shogi friend? Let me just say this. I hope you're not harboring any weird feelings for Hifumi. Mother. As I'm sure you are aware, you're not allowed to date, young lady. You've started to attract a number of new male fans with all your photo spreads.
Yes.
Yes, Mother. You can get 50 guys like him once you're famous. I need you to accomplish the things I was never able to do. Now, I'm off to work. Don't wait up for me. I understand.
Sorry.
I apologize. That must have been quite a shock. Not allowed to date, she's scary, or accomplish things. Fetch. I don't know. I don't know what I want to answer here. Yeah, accomplish things? Yes. It's my mother's dream. My father is ill and unable to work, so my mother supports us. My mother used to be a local TV announcer, but she had to quit to take care of my father. My father was a pro shogi player. He's usually calm, but when he played, you could really feel his spirit. He never hesitated when making a move, just like a king. I really admire him, so I started playing shogi too. But after pouring everything he had into shogi, he suddenly collapsed one day. In my mother's eye, shogi stole both her dream and her husband. And yet, she tells me to keep playing. She wants me to achieve her dreams. I should be working to help support us. I want to become a professional so that I can make enough money to ease my parents' burdens. I do photo shoots and interviews, hoping they'll add some money to our household income. But it's honestly quite difficult for me. What a freaking saint. She's like doing these things that most people like kill to be able to have the option to do, like getting that attention. And she's literally doing it so she could support her family. Fetch, man. Don't you... I gotta feel like a scumbag. I do these videos for fun. Like, oh, man. Have you told your mother? Well, she certainly enjoys dealing with the media again after such a long time. However, no one seems to see me, no one sees me as a shogi player anymore. They no longer recognize my skills. I'm not playing shogi in the hopes of becoming an idol. I simply love my family and want to support them through our troubles. Ugh, what a suck. God, this isn't good. I shouldn't be focusing on such negative topics before a match. Well then, let's play. Today I'm going to be throwing a lot of offensive moves at you. This will teach you how to escape from disadvantageous situations. Now, I think we're gonna have to end it here for today. Let's see if I can go downstairs though.
Let's go to bed.
Aww. Yeah, but we'll end here. So I'll just make sure to remember to play like a video game or something at the end. But hey, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel for the live stream. Whether you're watching it like live, thank you for those of you who did, and for the super chats. I appreciate it. Thank you to those who are watching this archived, and or people who might be watching this in post, you know, after I've done all the cutting up. If you guys like this kind of stuff, please check out my channel. I do a lot of visual novels, which are very heavily influenced on story-based content, but they're really fantastic if you like characterization, deep thinking, and if you enjoyed my little ranties, absolutely recommend you check them out there. This series is going to continue on. I'm going to be trying to do Wednesday night live streams every Wednesday until we finish this game, and then we're going to move on to something else, and I plan to keep it up in perpetuity unless, you know, it just doesn't work out. This is kind of a bonus series, so we'll see, but as long as I've got the time, I want to make sure to do it. So thank you so much for your participation. I look forward to reading your comments and hearing your thoughts about this series, because I had a lot of interesting rants about this this time around, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts on that. But, you know, the most important thing is just having you guys around. Thank you so much, and thank you to the patrons who helped make this possible. If this is the edited version, obviously I'll have their names up here, but just in case not, just to give them a shout out. If you go to my Discord, you'll be able to see them. They've got their names are colored differently to help differentiate them. They're contributing directly to the channel, and I appreciate that. But frankly, just being here and watching is more than enough to contribute. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you, and I always will be. Thank you for joining me for some of my passions and hobbies, and hopefully I brought a little bit more pep to your step and gave you something interesting to spend your time with. So, thank you so much, and until the next video, watch with me or if you see me next, I'll see you there.